If you think you know someone with an odd pet, think again. We bet these 20 people have them beat. They're best buds with some of the wildest creatures imaginable. If you ever wanted to see someone hug a hippo or cuddle a kangaroo, then read on. Just don't try this at home. Gary the capybara. Yep, you heard us right, a capybara. That's the world's largest rodent for those of you who aren't in the know. Although capybaras are indigenous to South America, Gary's owner couldn't look after him any longer. So he went to live in Melanie and Richard Typaldo's Texas home. They went so far as to get the water-loving rodent his own swimming pool. He almost gets along with everyone. In 2013, Melanie told British newspaper The Sun, although some people might find it strange, it's really no different than having a dog or a cat. Gary is really very smart and he's very affectionate. Apparently he gets along with the other pets in the family's menagerie too, except the tortoise, who apparently has a penchant for invading Gary's personal space. File and Gumbo the rat snake will grant you that snakes, and rat snakes in particular, are a fairly common pet. But stay with us here. You see, File and Gumbo aren't your average reptiles. It's hard to say whether you'd even count them as a pair of snakes or a single one, because they share the same body. Two brains are better than one. Tandy Janice took File and Gumbo in after their neighbor found them in a Louisiana backyard. Apparently, their unique appearance is probably the result of their embryos not splitting properly, leaving them with separate brains in a single body. What's more, snakes such as this don't usually live long in the wild either. At least the serpent siblings are in good hands with Janice. Juniper the fox. Juniper, who also goes by the happiest fox, is the most famous face in Jessica Coker's Rescued Exotics home. She isn't the only one, though. You see, Juniper shares her humans with a group of rescue animals, some of which were saved from fur farms. That means they were bred for their pelts and differ genetically from wild foxes. They wouldn't survive on their own. She's far from quiet. Juniper is now living happily with her fellow foxes and adopted doggy family. Juniper is sassy. Her humans wrote on their website in 2017, "I've never met anyone, human or animal, more sassy than she is. She will always let me know exactly how she feels about something. If she dislikes what's going on, she'll walk over, ears back, and scream at me, then casually walk away." Yes, foxes can scream. Jack and Mila the meerkats. If you're looking for meerkats, you'd probably think South Africa, not Hampshire, England. Still, that's where Jack and Mila led with their human parents, Laura Gilbert and Tom Dawson. They raised the meerkats from babies, and the critters have been part of the family ever since. All the same, the couple don't recommend you take meerkats into your home lightly, though. They're pretty high maintenance. Gilbert and Dawson explain that meerkats require a lot of care. And even so, both genders react very differently to humans. Jack, for example, loves people, including visitors. Yet while Mila is affectionate with her family, if she sees strangers, she tends to go on the offensive, often targeting unsuspecting well-wishers' necks. Meerkats may be small, but they have comparatively big teeth. Loki the wolfdog. When outdoor enthusiast Kelly Lund sought out a companion with similar interests, he found his match in Loki. Kelly's best pal is in large part husky and Malamute, but one of Loki's recent ancestors is a wolf. That makes Loki a hybrid wolfdog, and their adventurous exploits have made them both social media celebrities. Not so big and bad. Since Kelly first uploaded a photograph of himself sleeping with Loki on a hammock, their fame has skyrocketed. Kelly even resigned from his former employment in 2016 in favor of acting as the wolfdog's full-time photographer and manager. He attributes Loki's success entirely to the wolfdog, though. Loki's this really special dog in that you can see his spirit through his eyes, he told website Alpha Universe in 2018. Pumpkin the raccoon. Back in 2014, Laura, young of the Bahamas, found an injured baby raccoon. It had suffered a broken leg. Without an animal rescue center nearby, she felt she had no choice but to take the critter in herself. Young called the little girl Pumpkin, but even after nursing it back to health, she couldn't find Pumpkin's mother. Heartbreaking tribute. Pumpkin stayed with Young, becoming a social media star and charity fundraiser with 1.4 million followers. Sadly, Pumpkin passed away at age 4, and her adoptive owner paid her a heartbreaking tribute. In 2019, she wrote on Instagram, "Pumpkin would lick the tears from my face, and it would make me laugh and smile. She did this so many times. This is one mammal that will be sorely missed." Big Bird the pelican. Jeffrey Kindon of Tanzania's Greystoke Mahale camp became birds of a feather with a pelican separated from its flock during a storm. Staff named the orphan Big Bird and taught him everything a pelican should know. They gave him swimming, fishing, and even flying lessons. In fact, camp staff recorded Big Bird's progress for millions of internet watchers. Taken too soon. The animal rescuers hoped to one day release Big Bird into the wild, but upsettingly he died in a boating accident in 2016. Staff wrote on their blog Nomad Tanzania, "He was taken too early, but had a very loving and exciting life with us all here." To the ones who got to know our friendly pelican, you will have the greatest memories to treasure forever. Stella the kinkajou. Don't feel bad if you've never heard of a kinkajou. They're adorable little mammals that usually live in rainforests, but Stella is different. Her home is in Florida with Justin and Samantha Powell, who have had Stella since she was a baby. Although the little critter's tiny, she's packed with personality. One royal attitude. Justin told British newspaper The Daily Mail in 2017, "She's very rambunctious and energetic. We call her our Royal Highness. Kinkajous don't train very well. It's a matter of letting her do what she wants." Incidentally, Paris Hilton also owned a kinkajou called Baby Love. Paris hit the headlines in 2006 when it bit her, though thankfully the wound wasn't serious. Adji the polar bear. Let's not split hairs here. Polar bears are dangerous. There are recorded cases of them attacking and killing humans. That's why animal trainer Mark Dumas is the only man to survive swimming with one. And that polar bear is none other than his best friend Adji, the star of the 1996 movie Alaska. Oh, we should mention Charlton Heston also appeared in the flick, of course. One cold diva. Dumas trained Adji using positive reinforcement methods and intended to make her a family member. The bear lover describes Adji as a bit of a diva on set, though. Indeed, Dumas' wife Dawn is the only other person Adji tolerates. Adji apparently sees Dawn like a sister, and she sometimes joins the odd couple's swimming sessions. Dindim the penguin. When you think of love stories, they don't usually involve humans and birds. But that's exactly what the tale between Dindim the penguin and João Pereira de Souza is, in the purest sense. Retired bricklayer de Souza discovered Dindim in 2011 soaked in oil and immobilized, so he rushed to the penguin's aid. Gone, but not forever. De Souza spent days cleaning the oil off Dindim and feeding him until the penguin was well enough to leave. Dindim did just that. He was free after all, but it wasn't the last time they met. Every year since then, Dindim has returned to visit the man who saved his life. Damien the kangaroo. If you want something to put a spring in your step, check out Damien the kangaroo. Jackson O'Doherty, an Australian comedian, rescued Damien from the roadside where her mother had abandoned her. After that, Damien never wanted to leave her human daddy. Yes, Damien really is a Sheila, as a 2016 video on his YouTube channel proves. Hot on his trail. The footage shows Damien chasing the comedian along the beach, to the store and all around town. The pair even stopped to get some attention from passers-by. Watching the little Joey bounce after her rescuer is truly heartwarming. See, not all the Australian wildlife wants to kill you, just most of it.